What's going on, folks? It's the last day of March, the 31st, the Thursday. Cheers, people. So I wake up, and there's snow on the ground again here in Omaha. Not a lot, but it's covering my lawn. Okay, so let's just get into what I'm into today. So I get the message from Bandcamp this morning that this Friday will be a Bandcamp Friday, as well as hearing about that from Michael Dawson. Hey, Michael, that's great news because it does help artists, those who can manage to get some sales. Yesterday, someone purchased some digital music from me. Thank you. And okay, let me just go ahead and tell you because it averages out when people buy stuff from artists on Bandcamp. The usual fees are something like 15%. And let me see. Well, if my mail browser will open up, I'll show you. Isn't that funny how sometimes when you want the computer to operate and share with others, you can't? Okay, so someone just bought 3 digital titles from me for a total of $17. And the revenue share, which is 15%, plus the payment processor fee, credit card, drops down. What I actually get out of the $17 is $13.78. And because those fees are averaged out, I've seen over the years where some sales I actually receive no revenue. It's a zero that comes to me to cover the 15%. So what I'm saying is the Bandcamp Friday is very beneficial, and please participate. I changed the font on the single that I'm going to release tomorrow, and I mocked up another copy of it. That's Don Campau's collage work. I had mocked up one with a detail of one of my own collages. This is Don's, and I decided to go with Don's. This is the one I first started with. That's one of mine, and I just thought to myself, "Oh, that's tighter. That looks better." I like my stuff, but this looks good. Is it Jason? Let me see. Yeah. Jamie in England sent me a new package of stuff. He's the Golden Gonk, and he's part of this thing that puts out these comps called godspunk. And he sent me godspunk volume 23. Now I'm just preliminarily speaking on this because I just got it. And what I'm impressed, number one, with the fact that it's all these obscure people. It seems like some kind of collective, almost like some kind of anarchist collective, almost, out of England. It's a variety of music, from downright punk to electronics to soundworks to just in between stuff. But I'm curious as to, is this a collective? How do you keep doing this? And how are you doing with this? This is a big fat full color booklet with information about and stuff about from each artist. This isn't cheap to do. How do y'all do it? Do these sell? How does this keep going? That's what I'm kind of curious about. It's very non-commercial, and I have several of these that you've sent to me. And there's always something interesting on these, but it's very obscure. So how do y'all make that work? How do you make it pay, or how do you keep it going? I'm curious about that. Plus 2 tapes, which I haven't played yet. Haven't played the cassettes yet. Another fella got a hold of me and said he didn't want a review, but he wanted to send me his music. But I think that means I want a review. But I'm not going to review it just yet, but I want to show it. A fellow named Kevin Loy, Asides and Besides. He sent me this CD, and it's an interesting package right away. My first impression is that, well, the person can write. Sounds like he's doing most of the music himself. This is a hybrid CD where one side is a CD and the other side is a DVD. Now, I haven't really, I got to check this out because they put a lot of work into this. So I'll mention it after I absorb it more. I want to talk a little bit about how to listen to my music, and then I'll do some pulls or show you what I'm playing. But for those that follow me in social media in general, I'm blocked from Facebook right now. I'm restricted for some reason. They don't tell you why anymore. I don't know. Is it because I'm reposting stuff from Ukraine? Is it because I used the F-bomb? Is it because I was critical of all of the hubbub about the Oscars? I don't know. But I can't like anything, and I can't post in the music groups. So I'm off of Facebook for a while. But I look on there this morning, and people are being very cool. I heard from Charles Hayward of This Heat this morning. He left a message. I like what he said, and he says best to stop taking this toy so seriously, and I'm glad to say I don't take it seriously. I use it. They can kiss my black ass as far as I'm concerned, as far as Facebook and Google and all that, Can live without it. I remember life before the internet. So I want to talk a little bit about this, so stay with me. I am able to write songs, and I have written songs. In other words, songs is music and lyrics, okay? But I like making music just to do it. And I don't generally start writing music or start a piece with the idea in mind that there's going to be vocals. Sometimes, mostly no. Mostly what I do is I start with a fragment or a rhythm or something that just leads to the next thing. And honestly, this music, it's very satisfying to me. I will build pieces until there's enough to engage me. It's like I don't always have a foreground solo instrument like a voice or anything in all the pieces. Sometimes what is of interest to me is just the actual structure of the music. And then, like on this next piece, the statement of the piece doesn't start right away. But the rhythm and the flow and the way that it makes me feel, that's what I'm getting out of the music. I'm glad that, however you all are experiencing my music, I'm glad that it's found and is finding an audience. People who actually like the music for what it is. So no, I'm not making these tracks to add vocals to later. When I perform this stuff live, I'll be like a DJ and toast over it and just talk. And that's a good way for me to present it. But I don't want to hear generally speaking, I don't want to hear my voice on top of my music on the recordings. I make them because I want to listen to them. I really like this music. I'll share one of the tracks before the video is over that's getting released tomorrow, one that I really like. it makes me feel powerful. Some records. This is from the Pebbles series, Pebbles Volume 3. Wish I had the others. This one is a very notable one. Psychedelic and Garage Classics. And this is just a really excellent one. I mean, Jefferson Handkerchief with I'm Allergic to Flowers. Calico Wall with Flight Reaction. This is just awesome. I've had this for a long time. And the singles, when you can find them from this era, they're gold. Andrea, if you happen to see this, I played this again last night. This is just a wonderful audio journey. I still have no idea what it's about. Iosonouncane, I don't know how it's said. Italian fella. Just really good. Sonically, really enjoyable. Just so many things going on. It's hard to know exactly. After watching some more electronic music pieces, some I've seen before. Someone mentioned the Wes Montgomery. I've watched. I really am a nerd. I've been on the internet a long time, but I've watched all the Miles Davis live because I'm always looking. I've seen every clip that's on the YouTube. When something new comes up or something that's not been posted before, I usually get a notice and I watch it. Same with Wes Montgomery and quite a few other artists. It's my nature. I don't mean to be snippy with people about links, but like I said, honestly, most of the time I've already been there before you. I enjoy that. I'm human. Alexander Kowalski, Progress. Techno, trance, hard. You can only listen to a little bit of this because it is made for you to move to and to respond to. And so I don't buy these generally. The fact that I have any of these techno records anymore, very seldom played. And that's the other thing about my music. Someone complimented me on my last video or a recent video saying they had bought the record, really liked it, and then they asked me, can I suggest artist-wise it sounds like me? I don't know. Because I'm not trying to sound like anyone. People say that they hear this and that in my music, like Kraftwerk and Sakamoto, and those are definitely influences. But when I make music, unless I'm specifically trying to do something, I'm just trying to make music so it sounds like me. So if you find someone that's making music that sounds like me, really sounds like Dereck, I'd like to know. Because I ain't trying to sound like nobody, and I can't think of anyone that I sound like. And that, to me, is the answer to a prayer that I had as a little boy. I said, if there's anything that I could have that I really want in this life, among other things, is to be an original musically. And I am. And I'm very thankful for that. Pulled this because I'd forgotten what it was about. Holosud. Again, electronic. Somewhat related to Mouse on Mars. No vocals. I just love it. I love it. It's a world of its own. I just fucking love it. Hadn't played this forever, and I just love Ryuichi Sakamoto. And so, if anything, if you can hear traces of Sakamoto in my music, that's a compliment because I love his music. And Neo Geo is a great album. The Iggy Pop single, Risky, that he made, beautiful song, and Iggy's voice is perfect on it. Have you heard it? Risky, Iggy Pop with Sakamoto. This is a great album. Bill Laswell on this. I just love Sakamoto. And then I pulled this last night. Couldn't remember what it sounded like. Julia Holter. Which one is this? Tragedy. Double album. She's an interesting artist. I can't tell you anything about her right offhand. I'd have to look her up. But this is this is almost like paintings that are surrealistic. It's like whatever it's about isn't coming through clearly right away, so it kind of draws you in. Just draws you in. That's how I experienced her music. I have another one of her albums, and I like Julia Holter. So, Pat Bullock, I know you watch me and you keep asking me, how's that Pat Allen coming? Pat Allen, the track is done. And we'll probably release it just the way it is. Here's something else, because there's always stuff. So I got a call from Aaron Gum, who I work with, about pressing vinyl. He wanted to know who had done my last record. And I told him, and he contacted them, and then found out that the FPE's record presser is in Chicago, and they prioritized local Chicago customers. And then he was also told that if he could get one, that the wait for him would be over a year to get a vinyl album pressed. So then I told him about some other companies I've worked with, Pirates Press, Furnace, RTI, and contacted them and some others, and he found out that unfortunately waiting periods are as long as 36 months to get a vinyl album produced. So I'm in full support of Jack White's recent public appeal to the major labels to build their own pressing plants, because he said it. I built my own with my own money. And independent artists can't get their records pressed because of the demand of the majors, who are hogging the pressing plants. They have the money and the clout, that keeps the places open. So consequently, what I'm saying is, I will probably not make this a physical CD, but the tunes on this plus the other new material that I've been amassing, I actually could release several albums of stuff I'm really pleased with. But I'll probably make a compact disc this year, since vinyl is just so ridiculously out of reach right now. It makes me feel really blessed that have been able to produce what I have produced, and I hope the majors will listen, and because I think vinyl is going to be around for a while, and it's a shame that a person like me, if I want to make a record now, I'll be waiting for possibly 2 years to get it back. That's something. Okay, let me do a poll, then I'm going to play and talk while one of the songs on my new record that I really like. So let's just go straight back and not make it too simple. Even though I know pretty much what's here, I'll go over and hopefully try to get one that I don't. What did I get? The Melvins. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what this section is. Mahavishnu, McLaughlin, Melvins, Meshuggah. Light. Bought this at one of their shows. The Melvins and I have friends in common. Tim Moss, who is Faith No More's road manager, is an old friend of mine here from Omaha. So when they come through, we hang out. But I grabbed this one, the one where you don't get to see which picture disc you get when you buy it. And I like this album. At first I wasn't sure. They call it Melvins Light. It's just cool. And they do a great version of Paul McCartney's Let Me Roll It on here. I like the Melvins. I thank Kiss for the Melvins. I really don't have any regard for the Kiss music. I have regard for their history and what they've done and who they have influenced. And so I thank Kiss for the Melvins. but no Kiss record. Someone tried to send me a Kiss record. I've never owned one, and as soon as it came, I got rid of it. Not in my house. I met Kiss. I told the story years ago. I have. I know all this stuff is, but let's just go ahead and see. Listen, just, you want to see what it's over here. Oh, that's me again. Okay, so let me go back. Let me go back here. Go back further, and there you have, is this Holly Herndon? We're in the H's. Platform. Another artist on 4AD from recent times. She's someone who plays with technology and has some neat ideas, but also really good music. It's not just tricks and stuff. It's really good music. So let me play this track called Ert. It's the second track on the EP coming out tomorrow. And I just really get a sense of power from this, personal power. I just really like this track. And so consequently, if you like it, great. If you don't like it, that's cool, because I made it for me, and I'm sharing it with you all. And so check it out. Hope that's not too loud to the camera, but So this was, that bass just came. Don't need no vocals. Good about yourself. Think about it some more. Raise that energy, because you're worth it, and that's what this is about. Can't fuck with me. That's really what it's about. I love myself like you should love yourself. That's what that feels like to me. Mama said knock your ass out. I dig this. Myself playing the drums on this one. And those horns. I want chemicals to play this. So I really get off on that. And so it's very satisfying. So whether or not anybody else likes it, I'm already ahead of the game. So I'm happy to share it with you. Okay. Okay, it's 25 minutes. Let me stop there. Take care, y'all.